My name's John Wessling. You talked earlier about putting an extra 800 odd school teachers in rooms and extra guidance officers. I've been around for a long time to do with PNCs and things like that, and I know that there's a lot of positions still in schools that haven't been filled for quite a number of years. What incentive are you going to offer these people to go into rural and remote areas to get them there? Thanks.
Fantastic, and I think I didn't want to say, only because it's in its infancy, so I don't want to say. So what I've set up is a state school HR task force. That's what I'm doing. So and we're starting internally first to say, my view is, you say, this is how many teachers we have today, this is how many teachers we need here, what are their skill sets, what are their aspirations, and how do we get to where we want to be in 5 years? And you're absolutely right. One of the key things that has not happened in recent years, on both sides of politics, is we haven't had a good look. We're using antiquated old allocation methods that have been around for 20 years. We're also not doing enough to, as you say, attract people to go to rural and regional Queensland or to some of the more difficult areas. And what I have said to my agency, and we had a 2-hour roundtable discussion, very frank, very open. I said, nothing is off the table for me, nothing. We need to think big about how we can change the way we do this. To which a bureaucrat said to me, well, Kate, this has been a problem for Minister. This has been a problem for 20 years. You know, like as if you're going to fix it. And I said, well, that's a red rag to a bull, that one. So look, I didn't go into it too much today because I think when I next see you, I'll have a lot more to say in this space. But the first thing I've asked for of all the regional directors who I met with last week, I said, what are the small things that I can offer for next year to help us increase reduce those vacancies for next year? When you talk to new graduate teachers or university students studying teaching, one of the key things they say is, well, I would go out bush if I knew I was going with my friend, if I knew I had a support person with me. So it's not even about the money or the dollars, it's actually they are a lot more connected, and their support network is much more important to them than even in my day where it was still, an adventure, and you kind of feel a bit like, I moved out of home at 17, that wasn't a very good idea. I had to be one of those students that moved home again. But there is a different, I think we need to accept that there are different expectations of the graduate teachers coming through. I've had a number of meetings with our universities, and what you're seeing, and I do want to convey this to the parents in the room, is there has been a lot of good work happening individually by region and by schools. So the Roma principal who I was speaking to recently, about something else, I said, well, what are you doing about recruitment there? And they've got a partnership with USQ to try to, they said, well, we know we're not going to attract the amount of teachers we need from Brisbane, so we need to grow our own great teachers. And in Mount Isa yesterday, they've got a partnership with JCU where they've got a JCU facility where you can actually do your course in Mount Isa and stay in Mount Isa and do your training through the local schools. So there is, I think, huge scope. So what I've basically said, I've asked all the regional directors and all the key directors of the department to say, well, what are the top 10 challenges and what are your top 10 best ideas in this space? Because everyone's thinking about it, but it's someone that we haven't had is the leadership at a central level to bring that together. So I can actually go to the Premier and go to the Treasurer saying, I need money for this, this and this to address these problems. So that is probably, with the OP review, that's probably the biggest piece of work that I really want to achieve this year, this term, because that will change the way that we deliver education in this state and will actually make really good outcomes for our students. So your question did get me on the sticky page on that one, but I will work with you, and PNCs of Queensland will absolutely be part of that. I'm probably just not at the stage where I can have a formal engagement with you on that, but this is definitely something that I'm looking at, and definitely a key hole that has been allowed to grow over many years, where we've allowed, and we know in my schools we have students that new teachers that choose to be on contract after contract after contract because they'd rather stay here where their support network is. And we can have, make comment about that or not, but the reality is it's happening, and we need to look at ways that we can fix that.
Thank you, Minister.